This is a collective reading, and it's going for the next 7 days. So it's kind of about the week that I'm posting this, but it's also whenever it finds you. This is a timeless reading. Whenever this reading finds you, it is the right moment. So let's see what we need to hear this week. We've got 10 of Wands. Of course, that's for me. It's for you too. We've got the 4 of Pentacles. We've got the Victory card, the 6 of Wands, the Moon, the Judgment card, and the 4 of Cups. Okay, so interesting energy going on this week. What I see for you is there's a real importance and a reminder not to take on too much this week, right? Understand that you are a human being and you have limitations in life, right? There's only so much you can do. There's only so far you can move. There's only so much that's humanly possible for you physically. So keep that in mind this week as you move forward. Now, there's also the opposite energy, right? It's like don't take on too much, but also don't play it too safe this week either. With the 4 of Pentacles, sometimes we can hold things a little bit too close to ourselves. And so we have this tendency in life to, particularly if we are scared or not scared, but upset or have any kind of energy where we have been through some difficult situations in the past, it can block us from wanting to put ourselves out there, right? So don't be afraid to put yourself out there this week, even though that tendency might be there a little bit, right? You might feel a little bit reserved, but I ask you to think about how you can strike the right balance, right? I think that's the biggest thing, is striking the right balance between doing stuff, putting yourself out there, going out there, and also getting enough rest, going backwards, not backwards, taking a pause, taking a breath. Making sure you strike a really good balance this week of those two things is going to help you a lot. With the 6 of Wands here, though, we have real victory. So there's real celebration this week. There's real reasons to be happy about yourself, reasons to celebrate how far you've come in life, reasons to be thankful, reasons for feeling as though you have done a lot for yourself, for life, for whatever your situation is. So don't be afraid here this week to really celebrate your wins. That's huge. Now, with the Moon card, I think this is talking about moon cycles, right? So pay attention to where you are in the moon cycle, and that could really help you. Now, like I said, this is a timeless reading. If you're watching this when it's being posted, we are just at the beginning of our moon cycle, but take a look at where you are this week. Is there any important moon placements this week, right? Our moon sizes, moon phases. What's the phase of the moon this week, right? You can really use that to help you bring about powerful change in your life, right? For instance, the new moons, which we have recently just had, so we're at this growing energy, the beginning. They're a really good opportunity for setting intentions, for asking yourself, what's good for me? Where can I go from here? What can I bring into my life? I'm starting to open yourself up to those possibilities. The moon is excellent for that. The new moon. If you're closer to a full moon is a really good time to release things, right? It's letting go of things. And sometimes deep, powerful emotions well up inside us and need to come out during the full moon, and they're a good time for releasing, letting things go. And then you work your way back down. So pay attention to where we are in the moon cycle in this week for you in the next 7 days. There's something important for you in that. Also, with the moon in tarot, it kind of talks about like not seeing a full picture of where you're going, and I think I see that a lot too reflected here in the 4 of Cups. I think that there is a sense in this reading that maybe you're focused on certain things in your life that aren't working out, or maybe some aspect of what you're focusing on is blinding you towards what's trying to come in here. So with the Judgment card, there's a encouragement in this reading to really take a minute to think about where you've come from. I think that's a big, important push for you this week in the next 7 days. Really consider, where have you come from? Why are you in the place that you're in? How do you feel about being where you are? And really, taking the time to think about that a little bit. Reflect on how much you've grown, and maybe where it is you want to go next, right? And that might keep you from feeling so lost, because I think that there is information that the universe is trying to bring you here with that Four of Cups, and so it just takes being open to receiving whatever needs to come in for you. So be open to that this week. Be open to some sort of reflection, some periods of reflection, and opening yourself up to new energy, new ideas, new understandings. I'm going to try to keep this a relatively quick reading just because I think that's good. So let's see. Well, let's pull one more round from the tarot. Sorry for your ears. Of course, that one always wants to come out now. That's okay. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Wands, we've got the Three of Hearts, we've got the Page of Cups, we've got the Two of Swords, and we've got the Chariot. So there's an understanding in the next 7 days for you this week that don't worry too much about how things haven't worked out for you in the past. That was kind of in the last part of this reading too, but I think that there's a real understanding that you have been through some grief and some heartbreak and some setbacks, right? And really acknowledging that this week and being a little bit easier on yourself if any of that's coming up in the mind, meeting yourself with compassion here instead of allowing it to block yourself with that Two of Swords and block your thinking, and instead of approaching any kind of challenging emotion from a nope energy, right? Oh, nope, I'm not going to think about that. Nope, blah, 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 right? That kind of approach to challenging emotions, it just lodges it even further within you, and it stops you from being able to let it out. So with the Chariot here in particular, I think that there's a real understanding, and the Ace of Wands, that there's if you approach your emotions, especially the challenging ones, not from a place of I don't want to experience that, but from all right, let's just go through it, let's feel it, let's feel everything that I need to feel, especially with that Page of Cups too. It's like there's this new welling up of your emotional state here that it's going to allow you actually to clear all of that out. With a Chariot, it's like a fast-moving, swift energy. So I think that maybe even some from before, when we had that Four of Cups energy, some of that blockage is really coming from not allowing yourself to feel all that you need to feel about a situation and about what's going on in your life or where you've been or any of that, right? And so that Judgment card as well, doing that process of reflecting on the past, maybe you just don't want to go there. You don't want to think about it, which is fair, right? We all go through difficult situations that we don't want to face anymore, and there's nothing wrong with that necessarily. But by not facing it, you kind of block yourself off from being able to do very much of anything, right? That's what happens with those emotional states. We spend all of our bandwidth and our energy, even if it's just the subconscious energy, we spend all of that not experiencing things. And so the things that are really meant for us, the things that are really good for us, that can help us go back into more of a positive state of mind, state of being, that gets blocked off too. And so this reading is really encouraging you to take some time to reconnect to your emotions and be comfortable and open with your emotional state, no matter what it is, even if it's challenging, even if it's not something that's pleasant. That's okay too, right? That happens. That's a part of being alive. So let's see. Let's pull some oracles and we'll call it. This is from the Shamanic Healing Oracle. These two wanted to come out. Okay. Ooh, unlimited possibilities and healing energy. Yes, the healing energy is huge this week. So in the next 7 days, I do think that there's a real opportunity. Excuse me. So maybe some throat chakra blockages. Are you not speaking your truth? What truth do you have that you need to speak? There might be some of that message for you. With the healing energy, there's a real opportunity for you to I think, work through some challenging emotions this week. And that might not be something you want to do, but it might be really helpful for you to embrace that idea. So really do embrace the idea of moving through difficulties, even if it's hard, because that's going to help break you into a new state of being, a new mind, a new way of experiencing life that could be really helpful and positive for you. So do embrace the healing energy that wants to come in. And with unlimited possibilities, the thing is, when you clear through those challenging emotions, you open back up the idea that you truly do have unlimited possibilities. And those self-limiting beliefs are really the main thing that hold us back in life. And yeah, of course, there's extenuating circumstances. There could be situations in your life that are going on that are keeping you from being able to do certain things. Like, I'm not saying that's not the case, but having a much more open mindset and a much calmer inner dialogue and inner mind environment will actually help you see where the possibilities are to move you in a new direction, and that those self-limiting beliefs can really stop us from even being able to experience an idea that there's something else at all. So do embrace that unlimited possibilities energy here. Final thoughts. Let's talk about from the angels. What do the angel cards want us to know? Nothing. The angels don't want us to know anything. Hold on. Come on, angels. Give me something. Thank you. All right, we got two. We've got manifestation and we've got serenity. Yeah, so I think ultimately, if you are a manifestation person, I think we're all manifesting everything all the time, right? But depending on how you feel about things, if you're looking for your life to move in a certain direction, the best way to get there is serenity, calming the mind, coming back in, going within, understanding things. I think it's just really relating back to that healing energy, that coming back into yourself, right? I think that if you allow yourself to feel and experience all that you need to, you end up into that serenity energy, right? You can't be in the serenity energy unless you let everything bubble up, because a lot of times, especially once you start doing a meditation practice, I don't know if you've done one of those, if you feel like that, but what can happen through meditation is all of those things start to pop up, right? So it's in order to get to the serene state, you gotta blow through all the challenging things. They have to get expressed and released, which feels very new moon, full moon energy. So I don't know if some of you are watching this during a full moon. We're not in that when I'm recording it, but like I said, this is for whenever you're experiencing this reading. So it's open to whatever. Anyway, everybody, collective people, thank you for tuning in. I love you. Thanks for being here with me on this journey. Thanks to all the new subscribers who are getting me through the shorts. Check out the pick-a-card readings. Those are my favorite. I have so many detailed readings. Check in the backlog, go through the past. There's a lot here, a lot to offer you. So anyway, check you later. Bye!